Hello there. Hello there. Happy Saturday. Today is Saturday. Happy Saturday. I welcome you today, and I appreciate you for taking time out of your Saturday morning to be with me. You chose not to sleep in, so I appreciate that. Hello. Go ahead as you're coming in, share where you're from. I know we have people in this community, the Holistic Health and Empowerment community, from everywhere. Hey there, from everywhere. And I will tell you, it's really weird because I'm going live at StreamYard. So two things with that. I cannot see your comments. So as you're commenting, I can't see it. So I have I have another device here. So if you see me looking down, I am literally just looking to see the comments. The second thing with StreamYard, if you haven't yet, right above this video, it's a little link that says give StreamYard permission. And it's totally safe. It's totally fine. It says, I think it says facebook.com/StreamYard. Go ahead and click on that button. Otherwise, if you don't, then when you comment, I can't actually see your name. It just says Facebook user and it has like a blank face. So I don't even know who you are. So I want to know who's here with me. I want to know who's here with me. So again, go ahead and click on that StreamYard.com/Facebook is what it says. StreamYard.com/Facebook. And it's blue. And so that'll allow me to see who is commenting, to see who's hopping on. And again, if you see me looking away, I'm just looking to see you because I can't see you here. I can only see you there. So again, welcome. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Sharice Williams. I'm a holistic health and empowerment coach. I'm also a registered nurse. And what I do is I teach busy, high achieving women how to heal their bodies with the foods that they eat, the thoughts that they think, and the words that they speak, so that they can release excess weight and prevent or reverse disease. So that is me. I'll share a little bit more about me a little bit later on, but let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So again, if you're here, let me see that you're here. I see folks are hopping on, but I can't see who it is, and it's okay. Let's get started. So today I want to share with you 3 key things that are keeping you from reaching your health and wellness goals. And let me give you a little bit of a backstory because this actually came about from many of the conversations that I've had with you guys in this group and from working with some of my clients. And there's always 3 things that come up. And it's like, we know, but do we really? So 3 key things keeping you from reaching your health and wellness goals. Just quickly, food, planning, and mindset. So let me unpack those for a sec. So the first one, food. Understanding the main dietary contributors that are keeping you unhealthy. Now, I know that probably sounded like a mouthful, and that's okay. But I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna unpack it for you. But I want to spend a little bit of time on the word unhealthy. And the reason that I want to spend a little time there is because it has become very clear that we are used to a particular disease. Like if we have a disease name, if there's a diagnosis for something, we kind of put that in, okay, unhealthy category. But it's been so very enlightening and very interesting just having conversations with lots of you, how you may have had a particular dis-ease, health issue, health ailment that you don't consider unhealthy. And prime example, the best way to give an example is just to tell you the story, right? So I was having a conversation with one of my new clients, in fact, and she was saying, so we were talking all about her health issues, and we're going through, all of her diagnoses, what medication she's taking, so on and so forth. And then we kind of transitioned to something else. Not necessarily health related. We transitioned to something else, and we're going on and we're talking. And then she says very nonchalantly, yeah, and I can't live without my Tums. I take Tums for everything. And then she kept going on. And I said, wait, hold on. So you take Tums like all the time? She said, yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner. She said, I can't live without my Tums. And I said, oh, so you have digestive issues? And she was like, no, well, no. And I was okay. Oh, all right. So what is it that you're experiencing that you're having to take Tums? And she's like, I always have indigestion. And she went on and listed a whole lot of symptoms, a whole lot of things that she experiences physically. And I was like, well, do you realize that that's a health issue? And she said, oh, I've had it for so long. I don't even consider it an issue. And I thought that was very, very interesting. And then she went on, we started talking about something else. And then she went on to say about She says, oh yeah, my allergies are killing me. I better go to the store and get some Benadryl because I wouldn't be caught dead without my Benadryl. And I was like, oh, so you have allergies. Now, mind you, we've talked extensively about all of her health issues, but digestion and allergies never came up. And it's so interesting to me because these are things that have become very, very common, right? Digestive issues, allergies, all of these are very, very common. But here's the thing, they're not normal. They're common, but they're not normal. In fact, allergies point directly to gut health, digestive issues. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how if you're taking Tums or things of that sort, that it really boils down to, okay, what's going on in your gut microbiome? What's going on that you're having these symptoms of bloating or gassiness or indigestion with every single meal? There's something going on. And so that's why I wanted to spend a little time on the unhealthy. If you're having anything that you're taking over-the-counter medicine for, or even prescription medicine for. We get the prescription medicine part, right? But a lot of times we take these over-the-counter medicines and don't realize that represents there's an imbalance going on. There is a disease process kind of brewing, right? Even if it's not full-fledged yet, there is something going on. There's an undercurrent, and it absolutely has to be addressed. And so, again, maybe you're the type of person that you take Tums all the time or Benadryl very, very often, or maybe you live on Benadryl or nasal sprays. Perhaps you have to reach for that Advil or Tylenol all the time. That's an indication that some type of imbalance is going on in your body. Again, it's really easy if you know that, if you've been diagnosed with hypertension or high blood pressure, or if you've been diagnosed with diabetes. Maybe you have pain and you're living on pain medication. Maybe you find that you're always reaching for that medicine cabinet, or always going to that medicine cabinet. Or perhaps things are kind of trending in that direction. Maybe you don't have a official diagnosis, but perhaps you've been told by your healthcare provider that you have borderline high blood pressure, or maybe you've been told that you are pre-diabetic. And so those are all warning signs that there is some unhealthiness, disbalance, imbalance going on in our bodies that we absolutely need to take a look at, because the trajectory, if you don't change anything, the trajectory is no longer pre-diabetic. You're going to have diabetes if you don't change something. The trajectory, again, you're not going to be have borderline high blood pressure or borderline hypertension. You're going to have high blood pressure, and you're going to have to take medications for that, because that's just the way the system is set up. And I'll talk a little bit more about that momentarily. Maybe you have, autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia, MS. I mean, all these things, fatigue, all the inflammation, which is an imbalance in your body. I feel like I talk ad nauseum about inflammation. And if you've ever been to any of my Feel Better Faster formula, Feel Better Faster Masterclass, previously known as the Feel Better Faster Masterclass. It's now called the Feel Better Faster formula. If you've ever been to any of those, I talk a lot about inflammation and what that does to our body and how it breaks down our body. And so bottom line is, food is medicine. We've never been taught that, right? We've never been taught that food can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. And Wigmore said that many years ago, but we were never taught that. Our healthcare model, our healthcare system is set up to really just manage dis-ease, not reverse it. You rarely hear anyone, healthcare providers necessarily, depending on who your healthcare provider is, but the way our overall system is, it's not about reversing disease. It's about managing disease. Like, oh, we're going to give you a pill to help put a Band-Aid, not to fix it, not to resolve the issue, but to manage the issue. And as we all know, typically, because the medication, it's synthetic, it's a chemical, right? And so it has side effects. And so now you're not just on one medication for that issue, but because that medication has side effects, you're now taking another medication to help manage the side effects of the first medication. But that medication also has side effects. So now you're on 3 medications for one issue, and it's on and on and on. And it's ridiculous. And that's how I felt. Absolutely ridiculous. In fact, I had a friend who recently went to the doctor, and she said that they took her blood pressure and it was a little high. And they said, oh, you know what, we're going to put you on just a little bit, just a small touch of medication for high blood pressure. And I thought, well, hey there. I said, well, did they ask you, like, what are you eating? What are you doing? Did they offer any lifestyle changes, anything like that? And she was like, no. She just said, I'll just have to take this little pill. I said, did she say for how long? No. I'm like, whoa, wait. I mean, to me, that is so very alarming that we have subscribed to the idea of taking medication indefinitely, even knowing that it's not going to fix the underlying problem. Why are you having high blood pressure? And so, and I'm using high blood pressure as an example today, but you can insert any health issue, anything that you're taking a medication for, over the counter or prescription medication. Okay, why? What's the underlying root cause? Why is that an issue? Where's the disbalance or the imbalance in your body that needs to be addressed? And so let me share with you a little bit about my story. So some of you know me, some of you who've been with me for a while, y'all know me, but we have lots of new faces in this group. So I definitely want to kind of tell you my backstory. So I was a registered nurse. I was an ICU nurse for about 12 years. I've been a nurse for 25 years now in total, but I was an ICU nurse for 12 years. And I was working long hours. If you know any nurses, you know nurses work some hours. So I was working 12 to 16 hours. And I had my migraine. When I say migraines is an understatement, but they were migraines, crazy headaches. And because I was working so much, I literally burned myself out, and I pivoted and I entered the world of full-time entrepreneurship. And I created or started 2 businesses and developed 2 very successful businesses. But it required a lot from me. I traveled across the country, here, there, everywhere on a weekly basis. I was living out of a hotel. I was eating at, restaurants, which, I mean, let's just face it, most restaurants aren't that healthy. Or I was just grabbing food on the go. Or sometimes I just wouldn't eat at all because I was so busy. I was working 16, 18, sometimes 20 hours, which sounds insane. But it was day after day after day. I shared this with some of you. I'm very much a high achiever. I'm very much a high performer. And once I'm in, I'm all in with anything. And so what happened was I was crushing it. Literally, I was crushing it professionally. But my migraines started. Let me back up. I was crushing it professionally, but at the detriment of my health. Because my migraines would come, instead of coming every once in a while, they started increasing in the frequency. They started increasing in the intensity. Oh my gosh, horrible. My fatigue, you guys, I just functioned in an exhausted state. I was chronically fatigued. It was a hot mess. I ended up putting on 80 pounds, 80 excess pounds. That's a whole kid. That's a whole person. Okay, kid at least, which is a person. Needless, I gained a lot of weight. That led to pain. I had excruciating knee pain. I even fell a couple of times. And you guys, I was in my 30s. These should not be happening. You should be falling at 30. But my body was literally falling apart because I was neglecting it. Again, I was crushing it in my career, but not so much in my health. And so how many of you can relate to that? I know there are plenty of you who can relate to that. Unfortunately, I cannot see who you are. Oh my goodness. So what ended up happening is I would go to the doctor, I would get a prescription for migraine medicine, and I would take it, but I felt awful. I did not like the way I felt taking migraine medicine, but that was my only option that I knew of at the time. And I felt awful. I would go back to the doctor, get another prescription for migraines, try that one out. It worked, but I felt awful. I always felt like my equilibrium was off. Like I was really kind of off for the next 24 hours or so. And I hated the way I felt. I just felt awful. So what I did was I said, you know what? No more. I'm not going to take any more migraine medicine. I am just going to manage it with extra strength Tylenol or Advil. But which I did that for quite some time. But all I could think of, my nursing brain would always kick in, and all I could think of is whenever I would take a handful of them, because it was like 4 at a time, which is 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, Advil. And I would say to myself every single time, which is probably like twice a week, girl, you are killing your liver, because it's so hard on your liver. or I would say, I would just think, you're destroying the lining of your stomach. And those are always the thoughts that I had whenever I was taking the medication. And so, but I didn't have another choice. I didn't know of another choice. And so what ended up happening is I just got to the point where I was fed up. I couldn't do it anymore. I knew that the medication was just a Band-Aid. I knew that it wasn't fixing anything. So I delved into all things holistic health. And I started to learn more about how food can heal our bodies, or can allow our bodies to heal itself, really. Because our body is always, always, always trying to get to a place of balance, of homeostasis. Our body is designed to heal itself. So think about whenever you get a paper cut, you don't have to do anything to that paper cut. It knows how to repair itself. Your body knows how to repair itself. However, when we're throwing junk at it, or in it for that matter, it does not have the capacity. And our bodies are they're very resilient, but our bodies can only take so much. They can only take so much. And instead of fighting off, instead of repairing the issues, the illnesses that are in our bodies, it's too busy fighting off the inflammation. It's too busy fighting off all the foreign stuff that we're throwing into our bodies. And so anyway, so I learned how foods can heal our bodies. I jumped into the world of holistic health, learned about medicinal herbs, therapeutic essential oils, meditation, breath work, mindfulness, so many things that work in tandem to help our bodies heal itself. And I started implementing these things, and I started getting all these certifications for this, for that. I told you, I'm all in. When I'm all into something, I'm all in. And I started implementing these things. I kind of used myself as an experiment. And I noticed when I started eating differently, guess what? The weight started to just fall off. Guess what? The migraines started to dissipate. I've had a migraine in like 2 years. That's a long time. That's a far stretch from the girl who had migraines twice a week for decades, right? So I've had a migraine in close to 2 years, not quite 2 years yet. So the migraines dissipated. The chronic fatigue vanished. Hello. Those of you who have known me for a while, listen, I'm going to sleep. Like, I could not ever get enough sleep. I just functioned for decades, tired, just exhausted, but I just kept going. Those of you who know me, listen, I have a friend that always says, you can sleep on cue. I literally can. Like, the minute my butt hits the seat, I'm like knocked out, because I was always tired. But now, for the last several years, tons of energy. That was not the case for many, many years. So the weight, the migraines, the energy, the knee pain disappeared. It's resolved. All because of the things that I started implementing, particularly with food. It all starts with food. Again, it could be our the best medicine or the worst poison to our bodies. And so that's a little bit about my backstory, you guys, and why I'm so passionate about sharing this information. And so here's the deal. Because we've never been taught, right, about how food heals our body, we don't know. We just don't know. Unless we've done a lot of independent studies, a lot of independent research. And so here's the thing. We need to know. We need to truly understand. Now, we know in theory, oh yeah, we should eat healthy. It was so funny. I was talking to my husband yesterday, and he said something about, I'm going to get something healthy today. I think I'm going to get a sandwich from Jersey Mike's or something. I'm like, that ain't healthy. And he was like, it's not? Sandwiches aren't healthy? I'm like, dude. Now, all the bacon, all the cheese, these are all highly inflammatory foods. Bacon, that just clogs your artery. Cheese, it's dairy, very highly mucus producing. Your body produces so much mucus when it's exposed to dairy. Anyway, I won't even go there about how marketing works, but we've been sold some lies, you guys. Remember the commercials that say milk does the body good? Pass it on, with the little milk mustache, and it was so cool. And all the professional athletes, they'd have them in the commercials. And here's the deal. Here's the reality. 80 to 90% of all people cannot even digest milk. They have there's an issue with milk, you guys. It's very mucus producing. It's very inflammatory as well. And so anyway, so he was saying, yeah, I might get a sandwich because it's healthy. And I'm like, well, not with all the bacon and the cheese and all the processed meat that's on there that's full of sulfites and don't even. Okay. So anyway, I said, well, not exactly, honey, but let's get something else. So anyway, that was kind of funny to me. But we need to know how to eat. We need to know what to eat. We need to know how to combine foods in a minimum amount of time, right? Because who wants to stay in the kitchen all day? Not me. I know some of you do. I know Mo loves, like, her love language is being in the kitchen. That is not me. That is not me. So if you love it, great, but it's not required necessarily, right? So how to combine foods in minimum amount of time for maximum nutrition without sacrificing flavor, without sacrificing satisfaction. Because let's be clear, it's got to look good and it's got to taste good. Otherwise, I don't want it. You probably don't want it either, right? And so what can you eat that's going to be healthy and healing and satisfied and nourishing, literally nourishing your body on a cellular level? What can you eat for breakfast? Or what are some of the options? Breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for desserts, for snacks. Yes, I said desserts. I had a client, this was probably 2 months ago, when we started working together, and she said, yeah, I just gave up all sweets. I'm like, wait, what? Why did you give up sweets? And so she went on to tell me, about she loves sweets. I said, I do too. Here's the deal. You can still eat sweets. Now, you don't want to eat processed sugar. Again, going back to all that inflammation. You don't want processed sugar, but there is by no means, it's not necessary to not eat desserts. But it's how you're sweetening your desserts. There are tons of different alternatives, natural whole food sources that you can use to make desserts. You guys see me every Wednesday in this group, the Holistic Health and Empowerment group. I go live in the kitchen making all kinds of yummy things. Usually I alternate them. One week is something sweet, next week is something savory. But yeah, you can still have sweets. There's no need to cut any of that out. Alrighty, so how many of you can relate to that? Just not knowing. There's so much conflicting information out there, but really just not knowing what to eat, how to eat, so that it allows your body to heal itself. Anybody? Yeah, I know you're commenting, but it's not even, it's a distraction kind of to look away. So that's the first thing, food. The second thing that's keeping you from reaching and maintaining your health and wellness goals is really just not having a long-term plan for success. I always say no plan, no progress, right? You can make a little bit of progress, but it's not going to be long-term, lasting results. And here is the deal. And this is whether it's weight loss, this is whether it's, high blood pressure, diabetes, and you name it, it's the same thing, right? Not having a long-term plan for success. And I'm not talking things like diets. We've gotten to we have very much a diet culture, a diet mentality, a quick fix, right? We always want a quick fix. Like, what pill can I take so that I don't have to take these pills? What pill can I take so I can lose this weight or whatever? What? That's insanity. And so we've become a microwave society. We want instant results. Not that you can't have quick results, but it's not just about getting quick results. We want that, yes. We want that instant gratification. But even more than that instant gratification, we want long-term success. We want lasting, sustainable results, right? That's what we all want. But do we have a strategic plan in place for sustainable results? And I'm not talking with just food. Food is huge, a huge part of it. Honestly, but you need to look at our body in its entirety. So think of it as a pie. There we go, talking about desserts again. But think about it as a pie. Food is by a long shot, like the biggest piece of the pie, but you have all these other pieces. You have this, and again, clearly it's all about, for me, taking a holistic approach, not just with food. And I get it. Here's the deal. We get so busy. We feel like we don't have the time to figure things out. We get up and we're hitting from the minute our feet touch the ground, the floor, we are on it. We're doing this, that, and that. And then particularly as it relates to food, it's like, okay, I don't have time to think about what I'm going to eat for the rest of the week. I don't know what I'm going to eat for today, right? Do you feel like that? You feel like you don't have the time to think about, what can I eat that's going to be nourishing to my body, that's going to be healing for my body, and that's going to be good. because you wanted good. Sometimes we feel like we don't even have the time, not just to plan it out, but then to go shopping for it, then to prep for it. Gosh, a lot of times people think meal prep is just a bad word, which I get it. I get it. And so the meal prep, and then sometimes you don't feel like you even have the time to eat, right? And so it's this big, I don't have time. So paired with, I'm not sure exactly what to do. And then I don't have time to plan this out and figure it out, which means that ultimately there's no long-term success. There's no long-term plan for success in place. Because how many times do we actually take the time to map out a sustainable plan, right? And so here's the thing, going back to that instant gratification that we all have. We can white knuckle it through anything. We could be like, oh, hold on, I can get through this. And willpower our way through some things. But you guys, using your willpower for a lot of things it's exhausting. It can be very exhausting. And so again, it's about having a plan, a sustainable plan that's going to work for you, that's going to work for your lifestyle, that type of thing. And so what's the solution? Again, not just with food, but implementing things that are easy and simple lifestyle changes that are going to allow your body to heal itself. There are so many things, but one of the main things is something as simple. I say simple, it's simple, but not necessarily easy. But one thing is just decreasing stress. You guys, stress has such a horrific effect on our body, on our overall health. And again, I talk about this extensively in the Feel Better Faster formula workshop, 5-day workshop. When we have stresses, when we're stressed, it sends, number one, our blood pressure goes up, right? So we got high blood pressure now. In that moment, we have our blood pressure goes up, our heart rate goes up, our blood vessels vasoconstrict, so they tighten up. We have all this cortisol that's released into our bodies, which creates an inflammatory response. And here's the thing: we live in a we maintain that level of stress for long periods of time. It's okay for our bodies in a stress response, and then it goes back to normal. But so many times it's one stress after another, one stressor after another, and our body stays in that very inflammatory state. Again, we talk about this extensively. But do you have a plan to eliminate the stress? Do you have like a daily routine, weekly, monthly, long-term plan for success? Because we all know, let one thing go haywire, even if we thought we had a plan, like to, for instance, eat better, right, to heal our bodies, or to lose weight, whatever. I mean, I say heal our bodies and lose weight, I mean, they do kind of go together. But even if we think we have a plan, let one thing go awry, something, we get triggered, and it's like, to hell with it, I'm eating whatever, I'm drinking whatever, right? And so how do we manage that stress? How can we start to eliminate some of those triggers so that it doesn't derail us? That's so very, very important. It's about having a plan. You absolutely have to plan. We've heard it all before. It is not that people fail to plan. It's not that people plan to fail. They fail to plan, right? And I get it. We get caught up in the stuff. We get caught up in life. It's the frustration of it. It's a hustle and bustle, and again, the frustration of it all. And you look up, it's another day, which leads to another month, which leads to another year of you not reaching your health goals, whether it's weight loss, whether it's migraine management, pain management, whatever the case may be. It's yet another day, month, year, and you're still exhausted. I was exhausted for 10 years, at least 10 years. But I was pushing through, going. How many times do you just go? Right? We do that. Again, we think it's not having an effect. It's having an effect. It's having an effect. Our body is always communicating to us, but oftentimes we ignore it. We don't even, we're like, oh, I don't have time to deal with that. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I have a headache, but let me go ahead and just take some medicine, some Tylenol or whatever. Not realizing that is an indication your body is communicating to you like, hey, there's something going on here. We need to do some things differently. It's a signal. We don't look at our headaches as a signal. We look at it as like a nuisance. And it's like, oh, let me take some medicine, get rid of it. No. It's trying to tell you something. Ailments, it just, everything, again, our body is always communicating to us. It is our responsibility to listen to it and then to do something about it. So again, you might have been just exhausted for years on end, like me. You might find you're still having the migraines, right? But now maybe they're coming more frequently, more intense, lasting longer. Maybe it's another year and you're still taking medications. I hear this all the time. I've got to get off these meds. That's what I hear all the time. It's like, oh my gosh, if I could do anything, I just want to get off all these meds. Even when you look at your, where you keep your medications, and it used to be 1 bottle, and now it's 2 and 3 and 4, and 8, or there's lots of bottles there. You're like, what the heck? What are we doing? What are we doing? So here's the deal. Or maybe you're not even taking medications at all because you don't want to, and so you're just kind of suffering through. And so it's like you're not even standing still. You're actually going backwards. You're actually going backwards. When in actuality, you really want to be going forward. You want to be moving forward with your health and your wellness goals. Could anybody relate? I know you can. I know you can. And so food being the first one, having a long-term plan for success around your entire health holistically, right? And then the third thing that's keeping you from reaching and maintaining your health and wellness goals, it's mindset. It's mindset. It is mindset. So I always say mindset over mechanics. There's lots of things you can do, but if your mind is not in alignment with like your goals, you can forget it. You can absolutely forget it. We know our mind can be our best friend, or it could be our worst enemy. It could be our worst enemy. And so it's so important that we develop the right mindset that's going to allow us to stay on track, that's going to allow us to get rid of like the negative self-talk, the self-deprecation, the judgment. All of this plays such a huge part. All of it plays such a huge part. If our mind is not right, then everything else, you can just throw everything else out the window because it's going to be very, very, very short-lived. And so even the thoughts that, girl, you've tried before. You've tried to get off the meds before. You've tried to lose weight before. What's different this time? Have you heard that? Have you heard the chatter in your brain? Or things like, you're never going to get off these meds. Or maybe you question yourself. Again, the judgment piece. Like, why can't I get better? Why can't I get better? Why can't I lose weight? Why won't my blood pressure go? It's the questioning. And not in a good way. It's the questioning with the undertone of judgment and frustration even. And so when you're having that type of self-talk, it is not empowering. Again, we talk about this in the master class. It's not empowering at all. At all. It doesn't lead you to want to do something better, right? You may have the thoughts of, I just keep getting sicker and sicker, or every day something hurts. Every day something hurts. Have you had that chatter? Or I just know it's going to be something new tomorrow. These are things you don't say them out loud, but you think it to yourself, right? And our body is always listening. Our body is always listening. I have a friend that it's a guy actually, and every once in a while I'll call and just check to see how he's doing. And I'll say, how are you doing? His favorite thing to say is old and tired. And I'm like, damn, old and tired. Like, he's only 50. I don't even think it's 50. I'm like, why are you proclaiming, why are you professing that you're old and tired? Do you think you're going to feel any better? And I know he kind of sort of saying it jokingly, but here's the deal. Your subconscious cannot take any joke. It does not know the difference between you're kidding and you're not kidding, right? And so I'm like, and I always say, you probably shouldn't say old and tired. Perhaps say something else. Anyway, I'll cut that story short. So maybe you think, and this happened literally just the other day, maybe you have the thought that today, like you wake up and you're on it. You're like, today is going to be the day. Today is the day. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do that. Da, 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 da. And you're on it. until you're not. And it's just, and then today just becomes a repeat of yesterday. And then that day becomes a repeat of the previous day. And then on and on. Then you feel like crap and you feel like you're in this dark hole and you feel hopeless and you feel helpless and you can't seem to get yourself out of the funk. And you're like, how did I even get here? Like, how did this happen? I was on it. I had it. I was focused. What happened? How did this happen? Can anybody relate to that? It's crazy. But here's the deal. It's not crazy. It's the reason why this happens is because our subconscious mind drives everything. Our subconscious mind drives everything. In fact, 97% of the decisions that we make on a daily basis are made at a subconscious level. We don't even have to think about it. They're made on a subconscious level based on our beliefs and based on our thoughts. And so what happens is we have these thoughts, right? And if whether they're empowering thoughts or disempowering thoughts, they lead to a feeling. And that feeling that we feel ends up leading to an action. We end up doing something based on our feeling, or we end up not doing something based on our feeling. And then that action that we either did or didn't do, right? Which even not doing something is still an action. It leads to results. It produces results, right? So let me just kind of give you an example. So let's say, for instance, you messed up, whatever messed up is to you. Maybe you ate something that you know you shouldn't have eaten or something. So you've messed up. That's the thought, like, oh, I messed up. Now, is that an empowering thought or a disempowering thought? Like you never say I messed up. You're like, I messed up. Then you're excited about it. No, it's that, oh man, I messed up again. And so that's the thought, right? Now that thought leads to our feelings. And so now we feel like crap because we messed up, right? And because we feel like crap, that's the overall feeling that we have. We're not feeling empowered. What happens is it leads us to an action. Usually that action might be, I'm going to just go in and eat some food, eat something. And it's never carrots. It's never something that's healthy. It's always something that's laden in fat and processed sugar and all the junk, right? That wreaks havoc on our bodies. And the reason why we do that is because we either want to have that temporary happiness, that immediate satisfaction, like, oh, I'm happy, I'm eating such and such. Or maybe we just want to numb out. Maybe you drank something and you just want to numb. You just want to be numb. You don't even want to feel the crappy feeling. And it's not even just the feeling, but it is all those thoughts. I went to a training once and they said, he said, it was Sean Smith. For those of you who know Sean Smith, he's amazing. And I did a lot of one-on-one coaching with Sean. Anyway, Sean said, we are our worst abusers. We are our worst abusers. If anyone talked to us the way we talk to ourselves, we would not be their friend. Like we would get them out of our life. We're like, no, you will not talk to me like that. Yet we talk to ourselves. Again, not verbally, but the thoughts, how we judge ourselves, how we criticize ourselves, how we say so many disempowering things, right? And so that's the feeling, right? That drives the action, which is to just numb out or to eat something that's going to just give you temporary happiness or whatever. And then of course there's always a result. And the result is, okay, I gained weight yeah, you probably gained weight. Even if you didn't gain weight, you definitely have introduced more inflammation into your body. And again, we've talked about why inflammation is not a good thing. I think we did. Yes, why inflammation is not a good thing for our body. Again, it just wreaks havoc. It slows our body down. It wears our organs out. Inflammation. One of the main causes of inflammation, stress. Okay. So that's that process. And then here we are, right? And so, and here's the deal. No matter what, I use weight loss in this particular example, but it could be anything. You could insert any issue. This is still the same. It's the same process. The thoughts create the feelings, which create an action, which of course have a result, right? And so at the end of the day, it's about getting rid of that stinking thinking. Getting rid of the stinking thinking. It's about identifying and busting through those limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. It is about getting these things out of the way because they're getting in your way. They're impeding your progress. They're impeding your success to reaching and maintaining your health goals. And here's the thing. Many of us have developed a DIY mindset, a do-it-yourself mindset. And so you've got two very different things, two very distinct mindsets, distinct ways of looking at things. One's a DIY, a do-it-yourself mindset, and the other one is a leverage knowledge mindset. Now, here's the thing with do-it-yourself. I think that's probably great if you're working on arts and crafts. If you're working on a project, an arts and crafts project, you might just do it yourself, you know? However, we are not talking about an arts and crafts project. We are talking about your health. We are talking about, sorry, my alarm just went off. We are talking about your health. We're talking about your life. We're talking about the quality of your life. And so my question to you would be, if you've been taking a do-it-yourself approach, if you've had a do-it-yourself mindset versus a leverage knowledge mindset, my question to you is, how's that working for you? And I say that with love. Like, how is that working for you? And so, you know, when you take a different approach, the leverage mindset approach, that means you are tapping in to someone else's knowledge, someone else's skill set, someone else's expertise, so that you can maximize your results. That's smart. That just makes sense, doesn't it? I'm always the type of person that if someone can help me shorten the learning curve, yeah, let's go that route. I don't have to try to figure it out myself. It's going to take me time. Most of all, it's going to take me time. Who has time for that? Like that meme. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, who has time for that? I don't know, but it's not me. So yeah. And so here's the thing, the definition of insanity, you guys, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And so if you're wanting different results, if you are clear that 3 of the major things that are preventing you from reaching your health and wellness goals, if you're clear that 3 of those things are food, utilizing food as medicine, and understanding how to do that, if you're clear that you probably don't have a long-term success, you need a long-term plan for success, because it's not about just a quick fix. And if you are clear that you've got to change your mindset and you've got to get on the same page, like your mind has to be in alignment with your goals. Your body follows your mind. And if your mind's jacked up, and by jack, that is a technical term, by the way, but if your mind is not, if it's flooded with all of that junk, all of that stinking thinking, your body's going to follow, which means it's not going to do anything. Right? It's not going to lead you to where you're wanting to go health-wise. So I don't know where I got the 4th finger from, but mindset. So if you are clear that those 3 things are issues for you, then I want to invite you. I want to invite you to join me and 10 other women, actually 9 now, me and 9 other women at the Feel Better Faster virtual retreat. Are you excited? Feel Better Faster virtual retreat. So let me tell you all about it. It is next week. It is next Saturday. Oh my gosh, it's a week from today. It's a week from today. So it's May 22nd. It is all day. And what is it? Let me tell you what it is. It is an exclusive all-day retreat for 10 total, but at this point there's 9 spots available at this point. So it'll be me plus 10 other women, where we will prepare healthy, healing, delicious foods together, where we are also going to design a customized strategic plan for long-term success, literally for the next 30 days. You're not going to have to try to figure out what you're going to eat tomorrow, let alone what you're going to eat for the next 30 days. It's going to be customized for you. Everyone's plan is going to be different. because everyone's lifestyle is different. Everyone's preferences are different. Everyone's time schedule is different. So it's going to be 30 days that, and really longer than that, because you can rinse and repeat. You can rinse, repeat, rinse every 30 days. You can just do this. You can implement your plan because it's a plan for long-term success, right? We are going to really cultivate the mindset that is going to be required to have in order for you to achieve consistent results without the self-sabotage. Should I repeat that? Cultivating the right mindset, the mindset you're going to need so that you can achieve consistent long-term results without the self-sabotage. Because that'll mess us up. That'll mess us up in a heartbeat, right? So where's this going to be? It's going to be on Zoom. Hello. That means you don't have to travel. Yay. No COVID stuff. Although I did travel last week. It was interesting. Last week was my first time traveling since 2019. It was different, but it was all good. But you don't have to worry about that. It's going to be on Zoom. It is, so no need to worry about travel, COVID, any of that stuff. So let me share with you who this retreat is for. You might be thinking like, should I be going to this? Is this for me? I'm going to help you out with that. Who this retreat is for. It is for busy, high-achieving, high-performing, ambitious women. It is for women who have accomplished a lot professionally, but to the detriment of their health. They have put their blood, their sweat, their tears into building a successful career or successful business or businesses, or blood, sweat, and tears into taking care of your family. And you've given to everything and everybody else except for yourself. It is for you if you are at least 20 pounds, if you have at least 20 pounds of excess weight that you're carrying around. It's for you also if you're either on the verge of developing a health issue, so maybe you're pre-diabetic, or maybe you have borderline hypertension, or if you already have these disease processes, and not just these. Again, I mention these over and over. It's any disease process. Any disease process can be reversed. Did you hear what I said? Any disease process can be reversed. Okay. All right. It's for maybe you're not carrying around an excess of 20 pounds. And again, 20, 40, 80, 100 pounds plus pounds. But even if you don't have that much excess weight, you may have health issues. And if that's you, if you already know that you have health issues, then guess what? Again, maybe you've been managing them with either over-the-counter meds, or maybe you've been managing them with prescription meds, or maybe you've just been suffering through it. This is for you, right? If you're the type of person that you keep trying and trying and trying, but you keep falling short. I don't want to say fail. You just keep falling short. You keep falling short of the goal. You keep getting up and trying, but you keep falling short of what it is that you're really wanting to create with your overall health. If that is you and you are just sick and tired, like you are done. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're ready for a change. And you know that you deserve better, then this retreat, this Feel Better Faster virtual retreat is for you. So let me tell you what else you get. What else you get? What else is included with this retreat? So it's up close and personal with me in the kitchen as we create those beautiful, delicious, healthy, healing, quick. For those of you who are new, I think I mentioned this. I'm in and out of the kitchen. Most of my recipes, actually all of my recipes are 15 minutes or less. Most of them are 10 minutes or less. And so we're creating this together, you guys. And so it's kind of like a meal prep on steroids, with the added benefit of having your very own chef. Did I mention I was a certified living on live food chef? I am. But so you're in the kitchen via Zoom with your very own chef, with your very own holistic health coach, with your very own nurse, taking all the guesswork out of it for you and showing you how to, literally not just showing you, but we're doing this together. We are making food together, food for today, food for tomorrow. Then of course you have recipes for the rest of the week. You have, oh, I didn't mention that. So an ebook, a beautifully designed ebook that has 15 recipes, quick 10 to 15 minute recipes that are delicious and healing, that are specifically designed for quick weight loss and that are specifically designed to help decrease inflammation. And The ebook includes 3 recipes for breakfast with breakfast ideas, 3 lunch, 3 dinner, 3 dessert, 3 snack. You're covered on all bases. You don't have to worry or wonder or guess. It's done. It's done. Got you covered. Got you covered, girl. And it also comes with a grocery list, not just for that day, because again, we're going to be preparing food together. So not just for that day, but then also grocery lists to get you through the rest of the next 4 weeks for the rest of the month, or the next 30 days. How about that? It's probably a better way of saying that. Okay. And so do you know how much mental real estate that frees up to not have to think about what you're going to eat, try to come up with a balanced meal or whatever. Then you got to make the grocery list. Then you got to go get the grocery list and all that stuff. Nope, you don't have to figure out that. It frees up so much mental real estate because it's done for you already. Also, at the virtual retreat, we will have Mindset for Success sessions. That's a lot of S's. Mindset for Success sessions. And basically, these sessions are designed to get rid of those limiting beliefs, getting rid of the stinking thinking. Getting rid of the stinking thinking, because that's what's keeping you stuck. That's one of the things that are keeping you stuck. That's a huge boulder that's keeping you stuck, that's preventing you from reaching your long-term, your health and wellness goals. And so, because here's the deal, if you don't get that mindset thing right, you can have success. You can have success, but it's going to be short-term success. So you've got to pull like those weeds out by the roots. Get rid of them. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We're also going to have an affirmation, or we're going to have affirmation and meditation sessions. Oh, probably one of my favorite parts. Affirmation and meditation sessions. We're looking at our body and we're treating our body in its entirety, taking a holistic approach, mind, body, and soul. In addition to that, laser coaching sessions where you and I work together to identify and eliminate your specific challenges, your specific struggles that just kind of keep throwing you off guard every week, right? It just throws you off your game. Let's identify those. Can we just get rid of them once and for all? Can we just get rid of them? How about that? All right, so that's what we'll be doing. And then you also will have everyone, all 10 ladies will have a 1-hour private coaching session with me post-retreat. So after the retreat's over, it's all day Saturday, next Saturday, the 22nd. After that's over, we will do a 1-hour coaching session to make sure to keep you on track. All righty. And then, because y'all know I love to give gifts. I am a gift giver. That is actually one of my love languages. Every one of you will receive a beautiful luxury retreat self-care gift box that you can use. It's going to be filled with all types of goodies that you can use, that we actually will use during the retreat. So on Saturday. Okay. And so if that sounds like, you know what, I need that. I want to invite you to join me again at the virtual Feel Better Faster virtual retreat. And how do you claim your spots? You're probably thinking, yeah, can I get one of the spots? Yes, you can. Just reach out to me in Messenger. Reach out to me on Messenger. If you happen to be watching this on any other platform other than inside the Holistic Health and Empowerment Facebook group, find me on Facebook. Facebook, Sharice Williams. Actually, it's Sharice W. Okay. Or if you're on Facebook, most of y'all are going to see this on Facebook. Just go ahead and just send me a direct message. And if you have questions, just send me a message. Send me a message, and we can just hop on the phone right quick or whatever, and you can get your questions answered, or you can just go ahead and secure your spot. Okay. All righty. So I do want to make sure I share this with you though. Just as I share with you who this retreat is for, I think it's equally important for me to share with you who this retreat is not for. Okay. So this retreat is not for you if you're really comfortable where you are. If you don't have any significant health and wellness goals that you've set for yourself, if you are okay with settling, okay, if you're just okay, you're good where you are. If you are determined and committed to maintain a DIY mindset, a do-it-yourself mindset, it's not for you. If you're not willing or not ready to do the work that is necessary to allow your body to heal, to have optimal health, if you're just not if you're not willing already, then honestly, I love you to pieces, but this retreat is not for you. Okay, so just a quick recap as we are wrapping up. There are 9 places left. It's going to be a nice intimate retreat of 10 people, right? It is the Feel Better Faster virtual retreat. It's next Saturday, May 22nd. It is all day from the comfort of your own home. Or hey, by all means, go get a hotel. Go get a room by yourself. Be in your own space. The list that you're going to get is going to have, not just the grocery list, but you're going to need some measuring cups and spoons. So you might want to pack that with you. But you can do it from your own home. You don't have to worry about travel, packing, any of that. You don't have to worry about COVID, none of that. We're doing it virtually. Thank God for technology, right? And again, it's an exclusive all-day retreat where we're going to prepare healthy and healing, delicious, yummy, quick foods together. We're going to set you up for success. You're going to have foods for that day. We're going to enjoy eating this food as we're preparing it, by the way. You're going to have leftovers, so you'll have some meal prep done, and you will have a 30-day plan with recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, and snacks so that you can have long-term success. Also in that 30-day plan, you're going to have other things that you can do, again, from a holistic approach that are going to help alleviate those stress triggers, that are going to help put you in a place of allowing your body to heal. There's so many things that you can do for that. And that's what we're going to be doing at the retreat. Many of them, at least. We got all day together. We're going to fit as much in as we can, which is going to be quite a lot. Again, it's up close and personal with me in the kitchen via Zoom, doing all these wonderful things with you in terms of creating foods. Like I said, you get me, your own private chef, health coach, holistic health coach, and nurse, helping you take all the guesswork out of everything. So you're not trying to figure it out. You're not using all that brain power, right? I mentioned the ebook that you get with all the recipes that are specifically designed to help you release weight and to help you decrease inflammation so that your body can get in a healing mode. Okay, the grocery list I already mentioned for the retreat, and as well as the next 30 days. So that way you're set up for success. The mindset for success workshops to help you get rid of all that stinking thinking, clearing the cobwebs out. Vitally important. We're going to have affirmation sessions. We're going to have meditation sessions. We are going to have laser coaching sessions, helping you to identify your challenges and struggles that tend to trip you up every single week. We're going to just get rid of it. How about that? Identify it, eliminate it. Yes. That is what we will be doing, because it doesn't make sense it's kind of, again, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You got to do something different. You got to do something different if you're wanting different results. Okay. And last but not least, you will get a beautiful gift in the mail. It's a luxury retreat self-care gift box filled with all kinds of fabulous things, all things holistic health. So that is it, you guys. I mentioned again who this retreat is for: busy, high-achieving women, ambitious women. You've got some goals. You've got some health goals. You've been killing in your career, but now it's time to get back to yourself. It is time. It's been time. It's past time for you to get back to yourself, and so that you can help restore your body, because we're talking long-term here. I keep saying long-term success, but this is for not just you. It is for you, yes, first and foremost. This is for your kids, for your grandkids. You might not even have grandkids yet. I don't have grandkids yet, but I want to be here for them. I want to be able to play with them the way I want to. I want to be able to go hiking and play football and all the stuff. I don't want to have to worry about knee pain or any pain or out of breath, any of that stuff. Any of the limitations. We should be limitless. We were created to be limitless. There should not be limitations, particularly as it relates to our health, when there are ways to heal our bodies, when there are ways to reverse and prevent disease. Why would we not be limitless? And so it's about that. That's what this retreat is all about. So you guys, I cannot wait. Again, how do you become one of the 10 people in the room for the virtual retreat? Just reach out to me on Messenger. Sharice W on Facebook. Reach out to me on Messenger. We can hop on the phone really quickly, get you squared away, or if you have questions, if you're like, this sounds really good, but I have a couple questions, cool, not a problem. Reach out to me on in Messenger, and we'll hop on the phone, ask me your questions. I want to make sure that you have everything you need to be with us, because it's gonna be fun. You're not gonna want to miss this. Okay, so that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will say this: registration for this retreat closes on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So it closes on Wednesday, because you have to get your box. I have to get the box to your retreat box in the mail for you, to you. And so I need a couple of days on that, so that we can have it in front of you for Saturday. Alrighty, so that is it. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. If you know that one of these spots is yours, reach out to me, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and I hope this has been a blessing to you today. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. For hashtag Wellness Wednesday. See ya. Bye. Oh, remember, you guys, remember. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. See you next time.